goodness. I hope you had a great new year. I hope you had a safe new year. I hope you had something fun. I hope you got to spend time with some people safely and like to get my bangs haircut. You are already off to a great, um, happy, safe new year. Um, I am so happy to be with you. And I'm so happy that we're in 2022 already. So this is going to be, I know it's going to be a great year. Happy New Year, Michelle. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Zanelle. Michelle, you have to tell me if you're going to, if I will see you in Atlanta. Because I know we have not seen each other face to face in such a long time. And if you're going to be in Atlanta, I would love for us to be able to meet up. Um, anyway, I am so happy that we are in 2022. Some of you who are with me on Thursday Night Meditation will know that on my birthday, which is the 29th of December, my computer died, and my amazing husband was able to fix it in like 3 hours and he's amazing. And then uh, the very next day, my Mary Kay career car died. Now let me explain, because Mary Kay career cars are, yay, let's find each other in Atlanta, Michelle. Mary Kay career cars are amazing because when you drive a Mary Kay career car, you can qualify for a new one every 2 years. Consequently, you're always driving a car that's in warranty. You're always driving a car that is new. And so they don't just die on the side of the road. They literally don't do that. And here is my car getting on the on-ramp for a major road in my town, leaving the airport, and my car just completely just died. This just does not happen. So you know how you can feel the engine of your car unless you drive an electric vehicle, and it just turned off. I looked down, the check engine, the orange light came on, and that was it. My car was done. And so I had like 10 yards to get myself pulled over on the side of the road, and was so excited that I was grateful, not excited, I was so grateful to be able to get mostly off the side of the road, mostly off the side of the road, because in front of me, the road went like this at a big curve, and in front of me was construction barrels, and then down a big hill. So had I been, like, my car died any further, I would have been hit like multiple times. There's just no way, because you come out of the airport, people just fly on that road and it curves around. It would have been a multi-car crash with lots of people involved, I am sure. And then I would have been blocking the entire on ramp to the highway, or worse, I would have maybe been pushed down this large hill. So I looked at the situation and I thought, I cannot believe my car just died. And then I looked at where I was and I thought, thank you, Lord, for not letting me, have my car die. Even 5 more yards down the road would have been a very different situation. And so I'm so incredibly grateful, because if your car is going to die, because sometimes things just happen, and if your car is going to die, I mean, thank God to the angels and the loved ones and all the people who were in spirit who I know were protecting me, that my car, if it was going to happen, they made sure that it happened in a safe place, so that I would not be in as much danger. I was in a little bit of danger. And they sent a police officer to block the road so people would go around me and stop honking at me, because, like, I thought parking there was a good idea. So, and the whole thing was just really such a very interesting experience. The tow truck guy that came was so awesome. He had the most wonderful sense of humor that we were standing on the side of the road just laughing, because really, what else can you do? And then, and they knew, excuse me, that everything was going to be okay. And so I just had to laugh, because that was now on December 30th that happened. And I thought, well, this is just ridiculous. What a way to end the year. And, to know that all things work together for good. So I'm not exactly sure what it was that happened with the car. But when we took the car, we followed the tow truck driver to the dealership. They took us to the nearest dealership. They're going to get the car figured out. I don't know when. But of course, I check in with the car dealership, and my husband's so awesome. He had called ahead to let them know we had broken down and we were coming. And so we get to the car dealership, and the one guy at the service counter, he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't have any information. I don't have it. That guy, that gentleman, has the same name on his shirt as my twin flame. So things are going to happen. And this is such a nice reminder. I mean, breaking down on the side of the road is not really a nice reminder of anything. But things, allergies, I promise. Things are going to happen. Things will always, there's always going to be something that happens, right? That's just being a human on the planet. Mary Kay would always say that people are in either coming into a crisis, coming out of a crisis, or, waiting for the next crisis. And so I don't really like that. I don't like the word crisis because I don't want to say there's no such thing as a crisis, because of course there is. But I don't love that word because I don't think we're sitting around waiting for a crisis. Especially, we're in the new moon right now. So I don't think we're all sitting around just going, okay, 2022, what kind of crap are you going to dump on us? That's not the greatest way for us to go through the world. That's energetically not harmonious, nor is it abundant. Excuse me. And so I really feel like we are moving through our time and moving through our days, when we move through our days with positive expectancy and the expectation of the universe I expect the universe to show me something wow every day. I am waiting every day for the universe to blow my mind every day. And so that's how I'm going through the world. I'm going through the world saying, show me something amazing. I can't wait for whatever amazing thing you're going to show me today. And so, yeah, my car broke down and that kind of sucks. But honestly, I work from home. I'm okay. And my husband travels for a living, so I have his car. We're fine. It's no big deal. I mean, it's not perfect, but okay. It could be worse. I know for a lot of people that would be a huge, huge hardship. And so I'm grateful. It's under warranty. Mary Kay's going to take care of it. I know it's going to be, all that. But I walk through the universe. I walk through the universe every day saying, show me, how are you going to blow my mind today? What is it that is going to just make me go, wow, I saw what you did there. That's pretty awesome. Every single day. Because when you have that expectation, guess what? And so when I looked at the thing with the car and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe that this just happened. I was very grateful. First of all, I had just come from dropping off dear friends at the airport and not have this happen before I dropped them off at the airport, because I don't really know how you call Uber to the side of the road. So I was grateful that they were safe and that they were going to be able to get home. And I looked at where I was and I thought, I can't believe this is happening. I know that it's not happening to me. I never make that mistake. Why is this happening to me? It's not happening to me. It was happening for me. What is this trying to show me? What is going on here that this is happening to protect me from? So was going wrong with my vehicle that I was unaware of. And in order to protect me from something much more worse and horrible and possibly injurious to my physical body, we stopped my car right here. And so this is where my car stopped, because this is where I would be safe. And so instead of saying to the universe, I can't believe my car just died, I say to the universe, thank you for protecting me, because you could see that my car was going to have an issue that I could not see or feel. And you knew that I needed to be removed from that situation so that it didn't turn into something much worse. When we look at life, when we look at the things that are happening around us and happening with us, not to us, with us, when we can work in harmony with the universe, we create so much more blessing and so much more abundance. Because see, here's the thing. When the universe looks down, and the angels and the guides and the loved ones and all of our energies and folks that are looking down, God included, it's cold here today. I mean, like a little, for Florida cold. When they look down and they see somebody going, I just can't believe this always happened to me. Why is it always happening to me? I can't believe this is all the stuff that just always happens to me. Why me? What do you think that person is going to manifest in their life? They're going to manifest more. I don't want that. I don't want none of that. I want, thank you. I want gratitude. I want grace. Am I always graceful? No. Okay. But I want to live in grace with the universe. I want to live in harmony with the universe. And when I can say to the universe, what are you showing me? What is it you're protecting me from? Because I know that whatever it is, they're always protecting me from something. Okay, I may not know what it is. I may not understand it. But I know that there is always something that they are protecting me from. Because you know what? We can't see it all. We cannot. Western Australia is in the house. Woot woot. Hi, Whitney. Hi, Ari. We can't see it all. We can't. And I have made this, I'm looking for something on my desk that could be pretty. we have made this analogy before, where we have this pretty picture, right? But the picture is going like this. Okay, the picture is going like this. And so Spirit is looking down on the beautiful picture, and they're looking down and they're saying, oh, what do we need to do to make this picture even more beautiful? This is wonderful. We need to, what is Spirit going to do? And then here's us. We're like this, looking up at the picture. And if you've ever seen like the back of a tapestry or the back of a needlepoint or something like that, it's like a mess back there because it's all the loops and stitches and knots and threads going back and forth. And we're over here, we're looking up at this going, what in the hell is that? But they're looking down like this and they're seeing the beautiful picture. And so I understand fully. I don't see the beautiful picture. I want to see the beautiful picture, but I have to wait to be on the other side to do that. So I'm good. I'll wait. It's cool. We're patient. But I understand that their perspective and their ability to see is so much different than ours. And so when I understand that they are looking at a whole picture and I'm looking at the lines and the knots and the tangles and the mess on the back, I go, they must be building something really awesome on the other side, and I will just wait here till they're done. Because whatever it is going to be a blessing to me. Even in our darkest. And I say that even in our darkest because the day after, yay, hi Chris Judd, because my birthday was on Wednesday and my twin's birthday was on Thursday. So while I'm sitting on the side of the road at the airport, being grateful not to block up a major highway road on-ramp, I am also knowing that he is having something to do with this because it is his birthday. And because I ask him to be near me all the time. And while my human misses the crap out of him, I miss him every day. And I think of him every day. I also understand that he has more ability to be present in my life and to help me and to communicate with me in a different way. He probably had more ability to communicate easier while he was still on the earth plane. But he has more ability to manifest and to be present in my life from where he is than when he was here. And so while I miss the fill in every expletive out of him, allowed me to pull over, that my reflexes were so quick because aren't you like when you're driving home and you've made that drive a bunch of times, you're just like listen to music, you're just paying it. No, I mean, as soon as the engine conked out, I went, what? Looked at the dash, pulled over. Like, I don't even know how I reacted that fast because if I didn't, it would have been different. It would have been worse. And so I know I was protected and I know he was steering that thing. I know he was. So even in the things that suck, because there are days when I will tell you I would give people say I'll give my eye tooth. I don't know what that is, and there are days when I would say I would trade everything I have for one more conversation with him. But you know what? That's not the truth. I mean, that pain can make us say those things because the pain of loss can be so intense. But would I trade my children? Would I trade my parents, my home, my family, my husband? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And so I come through time because grief takes time. And I come through time to this place of acceptance and the place of gratitude because we can always come back to this place of gratitude if we give ourselves enough time and if we're willing to look. Because a lot of times people are not willing to look. They're just like, F that I'm going to be angry forever. And I could be angry forever that he left at such a young age and left his family and his children and that he left so quickly and. But I come to this place of gratitude, the fact that we had any time. You know what? Thanks. I think I'll keep him. Thanks, Chris. Found each other after 30 years that we were able to have any time at all. And I come to this place of gratitude that I still have recordings of him singing to me. That is something that I will treasure for like my last breath because I can hear his voice literally in my ear anytime that I want. What a gift. What a gift that is. And so there are things to be grateful for. So why do I talk about all this stuff? Because here we are in the end of the new moon energy, because new moon was yesterday, so we still have about 24 hours more of new moon, and the embarkation of a new month, because here we are in January. It's January 3rd. Happy New Year, right? And then we also have Venus is still in retrograde. And Venus does not retrograde very often, right? We talk about Mercury all the time, and there are other planets that are coming out of retrograde. Uranus is going to finish its retrograde in this month, but the ones that really affect us, right? Mercury and Venus. Venus comes around every 18 months or so and really is just this punch to the heart because it's about relationships. And it's very much about how are we relating to other people. And I was so keenly aware of that as I was sitting on the side of the road. And also the night before while I was watching my husband fix my computer, because he's a genius. And, watching all these things and looking at the relationships for the people that we have around us, especially our most close relationships. So here it is, my birthday, computer dies. I run my whole world off of the phone and the computer, right? Don't we do that? And so my one son went to go get dinner. The other son went, started pouring the liquor because we needed that. And my husband was fixing the computer. So everybody worked together, and I was reminded in that moment of I don't have to freak out because it's being handled. It's being handled, right? And it was being handled around me physically as well. That those relationships, that's what Venus is about, is love and the relationships and how we show up for each other. How we show up for each other. And so here we are in this new year that we want to take a moment to think about. I know we talked a lot about what do we want to leave in 2021, and that list was long, I'm sure. But so now we are in 2022, and we're still in this retrograde, and it's going to go on for a while. It's going to go till the end of this month. So how do we want to show up for each other? And how willing are we to trust when the universe is showing up for us, even when it doesn't maybe look like it? It's like, dang it, my car died. Well, okay, but honestly, it was the day before New Year's Eve. I didn't have anything to do. It was that's my vacation. Okay, for me, for Christmas to New Year's, that's vacation. So there was nothing for me to do. It wasn't keeping me from doing anything except maybe coming home and having a nap or reading a book. So thank you for not doing it on a Monday when I really needed to be able to get home and be with you all. So, we can look for those things, those blessings, and when the universe is showing up for us. Because when we get in those stressful moments, we think the universe is screwing with us and not showing up for us. When the truth is the universe is always trying to show up for us. The universe is always trying to help us. And when we can receive that and go, okay, I know you're showing me something. Why is this happening for me, not to me? This is not punishment. This is education. What are you trying to get me to see? And I understood what was going on around me, especially as it related to Venus retrograde. And then again, the next day with or you feel like they're happening to you, take that breath. Take that breath. I'm not happy in this current situation. I don't really like what is going on here, because you don't have to like it, okay? And you do not have to celebrate the fact that shit happened. But we don't have to get sucked down the vortex of negativity. We don't have to be mad, pissy, rude, mean, because we get mad, right? And we get mean to other people, and we don't need to do that. To be able to say, I do not like this situation. Yes, I know, hearing Dr. Seuss and Sam I Am in my head. I do not like the situation. I do not like it. Sam I Am. However, this is happening. How can I handle this? How can I allow the universe to help me handle it? And it was amazing because all these things just sort of fell into place. Blip, 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 blip. Super easy. The computer was fixed for $40 in less than 4 hours. And tow truck came. Because the police were called, the tow truck was able to come much faster because the police had a contract where they guarantee a tow within 30 minutes. So it was much faster than if the roadside lady had called the tow. And they did that because of where I was. My company, Mary Kay, is reimbursing for the tow. The car is under warranty. They're going to fix it. I had a nice ride home with my husband. We went to the dealership, met the guy at the service department with the same name as my twin. Had a very fun conversation with the tow truck driver. He's goofy. And he was terrific. And all of these things, it could have been a much more negative situation, but it wasn't. And so I have every confidence that it's all going to work itself out. Because when you can allow that universe to show up, because you know they're looking at the top of the picture and we're looking at the mess underneath, it's so much easier to lean into them. It's so much easier to show up in a place of love and gratitude, because I know they've got me. They're looking at the picture. Cute polar bears. They're looking at the picture and I'm looking at the mess, and I know they've got us. But it doesn't mean it's not going to be bumpy, but I know it's going to be okay. I know they're going to make it work out to my highest and best good before the time is done. And when we can approach that with that faith in the universe, it is so much more smooth sailing. It's like when Peter stepped out of the boat and the sea was very rocky and he had the faith to walk on the water, and the water instantly calmed. Because he had faith, the water calmed. And that's where I'm asking you to start the year. And I'm asking you also to say, how do I want to show up in the world? And how do I want to have my relationships with those people that are most important to me as I go through this new moon, this new month, this new year? How do I want to show up in the world for those most important relationships? Because those are the mirrors. Those people that are in our closest circle. Not necessarily family that maybe there's some toxic challenges or things, but the people we choose to keep in our closest circle. These are the soulmates. These are the soul family. These are the people we choose to bring closest to us. And those are the mirrors, the people who are mirroring back to us what we need to work on. And so if you're seeing some prickliness around you with some of those people, or you're being mirrored back to, love, or maybe not so much, look at that situation and say, okay, what is it that they're mirroring for me? What is it that they're trying to shine a light on for me that I need to work on a bit more in this new year, new month? Okay? All right. Hello, 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 everyone. I feel like that was an abrupt place to stop, but I heard it in my head that they were done. So, and we're going to pull some cards. Let's find, I'm asked very clearly in my head, I'm asked to start with goddesses today. So we're going to start with our goddess power oracle and see which one of our goddesses is going to be with us. Hello, Irma. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I think I said Happy New Year, Michelle. Happy New Year, Rick. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we're going to shift from our channeled information. We're going to shift into our cards. And so we're going to pull cards from several decks to see what's going on with us. And reminding ourselves that we are in that new moon energy for one more day cycle, one more 24-hour period, because the new moon was yesterday afternoon, East Coast time. So we're, what is it that you want to ask for? What is it you want to manifest? What is it you want to welcome in this new moon cycle, this new month cycle? And so, this is, I love when they have these words, the names of goddesses that I cannot pronounce. I don't even know how to say that. Mnemosyne? All right, we're going to look her up because, opened right to the page. It's Mnemosyne. Oh, Chris Judd, you're going to need to spell this one. Mnemosyne. She is the goddess of the past. Now, isn't that so interesting as we are now, right on the cusp of this new year? It says there are certain moments with your personal history that hold great treasure for you now. When you examine your memories, which are the domain of the Greek goddess Mnemosyne, empowered wisdom is revealed. The lessons you find are like sacred talismans contained with your past, like fossils in amber. Right now, you can trust your instincts that if something brings to mind your past, it indeed has a kernel of the old in the new. This is an amazing opportunity to make informed choices and do things differently. Well, now, isn't that just exactly what we've been talking about? There is the sun behind me, Rick. If I need to close the blinds, just let me know. But there is. And there's also, if you look, this is my beautiful tree Nechama. She is the guardian of my house. If you can see her out the window, this is my beautiful tree Nechama. So, all right. I love the fact that we are being encouraged to really take a look at where we want to go and what we have learned in this new year. We're going to use the Wisdom of the Oracle card deck today. This is Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle card deck. I don't use this one very often, but for some reason it's really calling to me today. No, it's good, good. Okay, good, good. Yay, good, good. All right, so we're going to use this one. I know I read from this deck very often, so we'll pick a couple of cards from these, and then we'll go to our Work Your Light Oracle card deck, which is, my favorite. So I love to pick cards from multiple decks so that we can get lots of different information. It's nighttime where you are. Oh! Power, higher power, and interesting, this is for, the other card was 36, so that's a 9 card. Higher power. So this is everything that we've literally just talking, that we've, I understand a little. My mother tongue is French. Okay, great. I had to read that out loud in my mind for a second. Okay, so Rick speaks French. Ah, bonjour. Okay, I do not speak French. That was it. No, that was the whole thing. Okay, so here you have higher power, right? Higher power. This is reminding us of what we were all just talking about, leaning into the light, leaning into whatever, how you want to call it, light, angels, guides, loved ones in spirit. I call on my loved ones in spirit all the time. Who's going to love us more than our loved ones in spirit, right? Loved ones in spirit, angels, guides, ascended masters, God, source, pick whoever. They are all with us, and this is all about leaning into the higher power, which is everything that we were literally just talking about, is leaning into the higher power. So I see Nellie on Instagram. I see you. I will pull a card for you. We're not quite there yet. Hang in there with me. We'll definitely pull a card for you, my friend. All right, so we're going to pick one more card from the Work Your Light Oracle card, and this is, oh my gosh. So this is Never Ending Story. This is Never Ending Story. This is so awesome because this is like, and I tell you, she looks a little exasperated in the picture, and I want to tell you, this is so much of what we were just talking about. You can't make this stuff up. We talk and we talk and we talk. They share information with me, and then it shows up in the cards. Bam. You can't make this stuff up because she looks a little exasperated in the story. But what they're telling her is, hey, you have all the time in the world because we are not done yet, and we are working on your behalf. And I love the fact that she's literally sitting on top of the hourglass, and the sand is going down. She can't even see. This is really what we were just talking about the picture of the beautiful needlepoint on the top and the stuff on the back, because she literally can't even see that she still has so much time left in the hourglass. She literally can't even see it because she's sitting on top of it. This is our reminder that we have so much ability to, somebody was talking last week about always feeling like they're running out of time. And I know this feeling. I've felt that way so many times in my life. And we feel so much pressure. And I realized that I was putting so much of that on myself, that I was putting so much on myself to be like, I have to do this and this and this and this and this. It's like, no, I don't. I mean, okay, maybe I do, but I don't have to do it this second. Okay, and if it doesn't get done this second, the world's not going to stop turning, and I'm still going to get to it. And when I get to it, I'm going to feel joy of doing it instead of feeling the hassle and the pressure of it. And so this is reminding us that we really have so much more time, and there is no reason to put this kind of pressure on ourselves. That when we are working in harmony with the universe, that we are lifted and carried along rather than having to slog our way through the stuff. We allow them to lift us and carry us along. Michelle says, it's hard to see with the card with the bright light in the background. Okay, I fixed. Bah! Ta-da! All right, here we have the card. Here we have the card. So here she is sitting with the hourglass. And is that better? I hope that's better. And see, Nellie says, so many synchronicities in your reading. That's so awesome. I love hearing that because when the cards show up, I tell you, it's such an amazing thing. They show up. Oh, I'm instructed that we are not done with this deck. I was going to go to the Work Your Light Oracle deck, but apparently we're not done with this deck. So we're going to stick with this a little bit, and we're going to pick another card. So we've got, and then we'll pick, after this, we'll start doing individual cards. So if you're ready for a card, you let me know. So this is, oh my gosh, so this is round and round. Here is round and round. This is card 25, round and round. And the shape is sacred geometry, right? So we know, right? Because you've heard me talk with my slinky like a million times, right? We go around and around because life goes around. We come around to the same lessons over and over again. But we're not down here. We come around again. We're up here. We may come around to that same lesson again, but we've come to here to a higher understanding, to a higher perspective. So we don't have to feel like, why is this happening again? Because it isn't happening again. It's happening at a higher level, at a higher comprehension, a higher part of your evolution, a higher part of your understanding. So when we get this round and round, we're encouraged to take a look at what messages the universe is trying to tell us, that things are going on. What things are we missing where we feel like we're coming back to these same places? If you feel like you're coming back to the same place, what lesson is the universe trying to show you? What lesson is the universe trying to get you to see that you are not yet seeing? Okay, this is so important because when we don't pay attention, guess what happens, right? It happens over and over and over again, right? We talk a lot about, the universe gives us those little nudges, those little taps, those little things that get harder and harder and harder. And when we don't pay attention and we're still not listening, bam, cosmic bitch slap. Okay? Let's not wait around for the cosmic bitch slap. And let's listen and work in harmony with the universe so that we can be lifted and float along on those things rather than feel like we are having to slog our way through the day. Okay. All right. So we're going to do, the request was made on Instagram first, and then I will scroll back and I try to go everybody in order on the comments, and we will do cards for all the people. Rick, you've given me this wonderful sequence of numbers. I don't know what it means. 3.1. Oh, is that pi? 3.14. What? Oh, it just scrolled away. I think it might be pi. All right, so we're going to pick a card. Hello, Summer. Hello, hi, Cassie. Somebody else just said hi to me and I missed them. All right, so we've got a card for Steve Nelly on Instagram first, and mending. So this is the card for you. This is, numbers that 52. So I love that because it's right on, here we are at the first week of the year, and 52 is at the last week of the year. And so it's really on this cusp of what is it that you are, bye guys, have fun. What is it that you are, what can you be healing in this time of the new moon? So this is a reminder for you to allow healing to come in, because I feel like you definitely know where you're, sorry, my son and his girlfriend just left to go to lunch. So this is the reminder for you to allow healing to come in, and that if you will allow healing to come in, it will go so smoothly. And I feel like it brings in so many other blessings with it if you will allow the healing to come in for you. Because there's something that you're holding on to that maybe you haven't been quite ready to address or haven't been quite ready to heal. To allow this healing to begin. Hey, and you had mentioned synchronicities in the reading. I feel like that's part of it too. The universe is trying to give you some little winks to be like, hey, now's the time. So whatever that thing that you've been holding on to, maybe there's a conversation. I feel like maybe there's a conversation to be had that you have not yet been ready to have. And so the universe is telling you this is a good time to have that, especially with Venus in retrograde, right? All about relationships. Okay. All right, so we're going to, hi, Jamie. We're going to scroll back. So we're going to scroll back and we're going to say hello to Whitney. We said hello. And Chris. And we're going to scroll forward to, hello, Sandra. And Chris Judd had the first request, and then Irma and Michelle. So you are so welcome, my friend. You are so welcome. I love to find out how that works itself out for you when you're ready. So when you have some more information, send me a message. Oh, all right. So Chris Judd. Go the distance. Woo! I love this card for you. Go the distance. And this is card 17. So card 17, go the distance. And I love this because you have allowed your heart to open up to opportunities of late. And I'm really was so excited, even had this conversation with Heather about what may be coming for you and what may be manifesting for you. And then to pull this card for you, Go the Distance, just warms my heart for you, my dear friend. So go the distance. I love because it's a cheetah. It's a cheetah. And he's just like, okay, sorry, I got all excited. So, be very interesting to see what's coming for you, because there is definitely opportunities that are opening up in front of you. All right, Irma was next. Irma. How about you're feeling better today? Continuing to improve in your health. Interesting. So 2 cards pulled out in my hands for Irma. Poised. Oops, can't get my fingers around it. Poised is hard to see the numbers on these. Poised is 48. Okay, so poised, and also the other card was serendipity. So Irma, I want to encourage you that you may be ready to take a step forward, that there is going to be that opportunity for you to step forward into something. And there was a card last week, and I know you were with us last week, about having holding our back up and stepping forward with grace. And so I feel like this comes for you as well, that there is this opportunity for you to stand with grace, but to pay attention to what the universe is showing you, because there is that sacred geometry that's around you as well. Where's our card for sacred geometry? For round and round. There is that sacred geometry for you as well, that things are coming back around to you that maybe you felt like you lost, or that there was a missed opportunity. And I feel like if you keep your wits about you with poise, following those synchronicities, that there is an opportunity for you, I think, to close some chapters. I feel like there's things for you to rectify, and to just be able to tie up some loose ends is really what I'm feeling for you. So hopefully that is something that is helpful for you, my friend Irma. All right, so we're going to have Michelle and Summer, and I'm just going to scroll down really quick to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. Okay, so Michelle and Summer. So Michelle is next. Okay. Okay. So Michelle, all that glitters. And this is card 16? Card 16. All that glitters. So Michelle Krantz, all that glitters. Use discretion. All that glitters reminds us that not everything is as it seems, and that maybe it's important to take a closer look at some of the things that maybe if something feels too good to be true. I don't like to say like, oh, if it seems too easy, because the universe loves to make things easy. We're the ones who like to make things hard. The universe loves to make things easy. So I want to encourage you to just use discernment and discretion, that if it looks too good to be true, maybe just look a little bit closer. And also I want to say, consider the source. There's some opportunity that's coming your way that maybe it's too good to be true, or maybe just because it looks good on the surface is not necessarily the right move for you, Michelle. And so just to use your own, your common sense, your gut instincts, right? Feel it in your kishkas. My grandmother would say your kishkas, your guts. Feel it in there. And if it feels right to you, go for it, because it might just be pure gold. But at the same time, I really want to encourage you to use your discretion, and to really keep in mind that you don't have to make any kind of snap decisions about anything, because we talked before about how we have so much more time than we think we do, and that allow yourself to really feel into how something feels before you jump. So I hope that helps you. Summer can have a card, and then we have Janie, who. All right, so we're going to go with Summer Dawson first. Summer. All right, Summer. Card for Summer is a leg up. Ooh, Summer, who is trying to help you? Somebody's trying to help you. Let's see, this is 34, card 34. Oh, I love that, because that's 3 and 4 is 7, which means it's prime number, which means the motives are coming from a pure place. Somebody's trying to help you, or you're being given the opportunity to help, but I really feel like somebody's trying to help you. Feel into it. Always trust your gut instincts, but I feel like this could be a real benefit to you, to allow that help, to allow that blessing to come into your life, because maybe you're, kind of more of and this is not comes from any place of judgment at all, but sometimes we are more of suspicious of situations, and other people away this opportunity that somebody is trying to help you, and so it may be the time to let them. So, oh well, I'm curious about that too. So, all right, let's see. Janie needs a New Year's card, and then Michelle would like a New Year's card. Please and thanks. So Janie and Michelle. All right, Janie and Michelle. Okay, Janie. Janie, your card is observer. Observer. So pay attention to what's going on around you, but at the same time, know when to get in the game, right? We can be an observer. We can observe until the cows come home. And this is card 49, okay? So we can observe until the cows come home, and sometimes we've just got to get in the game. Okay, so this is telling you to follow your instincts. And there's a lot, this is a theme, I think, of using that discretion and discernment to really watch what's going on around us and observe and see where we can jump in, where we can instincts, because I feel like you got really sharp, Janie, you are sharp. You are really sharp. You've got good instincts, especially about people. You've got good instincts. But use your instincts and observe so that you can see what's really going on in the situation, and then you'll know exactly what to do. I really feel like boy, there's like doors opening. Gosh, there's lots of doors opening for people too. There's lots of doors opening. So Janie, I feel like there's doors opening for you as well. So hold on to that. All right, Michelle. And Irma says, thank you. And you are welcome. Chris says, thank you. Irma says, thank you. Oh, that makes so much sense. Irma, I'm so delighted to hear that. Michelle. All right, so Michelle Williams. All right. Oh, jumper card for Michelle Williams. Okay. This is flexible. This is card 19. This is flexible. Look at her, bendy. He used to be able to do stuff like that. Not now. Okay, so Michelle, this is about going with the flow, right? This is about going with the flow. Sometimes things are not always how we want them to be. Perfect example of my, my car broke down, but had to go with the flow, because otherwise we can just wrap ourselves into a snit. And especially, I think, with going to Atlanta, there's a whole lot of we're going to need to be flexible with that situation. And I feel like this is just reminding you, even aside from going to Atlanta, I really feel like this is reminding you to open your heart to those places where, when you get on the highway and they make the lanes shift, and then they shift, and then they shift. Like if you're in construction, it could be like this, right? And we just have to go with that flow. And so I really and even just to let your back and your shoulders and everything just to loosen up, because when things are not going straight and they start to get all wiggly like this, we start to tend. I'm telling you, you're going in the right direction. Michelle, you are going in the right direction. Okay, it's not all. Okay, I hear that. I'm supposed to say to you, it's not all about the numbers. Okay, it's about the hearts. It's not all about the numbers. It's about the hearts, and it starts with your own heart. It starts about making your own self happy first, because you know that saying, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, right? There's an old saying like that, or something like that. I'm sure there's like a million versions of it. Allow yourself to be happy. You deserve to be happy. You are capable of being happy. And there's so much worth. I keep hearing worthy. So worthy. You deserve to be happy, but there's an allowance in there. We must allow ourselves to be happy. So I feel like I want to tell you to take your nose off that grindstone a little bit and go with the flow and let yourself direction, that when we get that curve, that construction in the road, we're just like, bah! Right? And so this is really, reminding you to be flexible, to go with the flow, and to allow things to unfold. Because when we can allow things to unfold, what happens is so much more than what we can do. It's like, I see that. There's, when my kids were little, oh, Janie, thank you so much. Okay, so when my kids are little, we would take tissue paper and we would make like layers of tissue paper and we would fold them back and forth and back and forth. And then, you tie it with a pipe cleaner in the center and then you pull it apart and you can make it into a flower, a tissue paper flower. I know I'm not explaining it right. But you turn it into a tissue paper flower. If you've ever had kids in like an arts and craft class, it's such an easy thing to do, even with little kids. But if you give the little kid, they pull and they'll like pull. You can pull the tissue paper apart so much more and you can make so many more layers and make something so incredible and so beautiful if you have patience. And we get, I think, where we lose our patience and we want to see the outcome right now. And so this is reminding you not just about flexibility, but about patience and about fun. Okay, she's balancing on an egg. Is it an egg? She's balancing on an egg in a field of beautiful paths. I mean, to me it looks like the top of cupcakes. But this is all about allowing the fun in. And she's got little sparkly things coming off her head. This is all about allowing the fun because you may end up somewhere even better than where you thought you would be or thought you were going in the first place. So I'm going to leave us with that message because I love ending on that when we can trust Spirit and we can go with the flow and allow them to guide us, we can literally end up someplace mo better than what we had in mind in the first place. What a beautiful way to end our time today and our first session of the new year. I am so incredibly grateful always for you taking the time to share and to share your energy and love and light with me, with each other, and to be part of our community of light. As always, if there are others who you feel like would love to be part of our community, please feel free to invite them to join. I really intended to shift over to YouTube because I've been having such, issues about how Facebook handles their stuff. But the thing is that it seems to be the place where and also I'm really frustrated with spammers, but we seem to be doing a little better with that. And Facebook has made some changes where we can block people right away. So that's nice. So I think maybe we'll stay here. I really have been thinking about it and asking for guidance about it. And so I think maybe we'll stay here for a little while. And if it gets frustrating again, we can reassess. But if you ever miss me live, the videos are always posted on my YouTube channel, and I know some of you like to put in the hashtag replay when you miss me live, and so I'm happy to have that for you as well. So I'm so glad for you to be here. Oh, Sandra got in just at the nick of time. I would never leave somebody at the end. So and then we're gonna finish. But I would love for you to invite your friends to join us in our community of light, and I would love to hear from you if there are things that you would like us to talk about in the new year. I'm kind of rolling a podcast around in my head. I'm kind of rolling around some other things, and I'd love to do something more with like Q&A of being able to answer questions that you might have. So those are things I'd love for your feedback about what kind of things you'd like to see in the new year. So if you have some ideas, let me know. All right, we're going to pull one more card for Sandra, who got in just in the nick of time, because I just can't ever say no. If you're here and I see your comment, I'll always say yes. All right. Clean it up. Sandra, clean it up. This is card number 21, which is like 3, because 2 and 1 make 3. So this is clean it up. So you're in the middle of something, in a journey. I feel like maybe toward the beginning of a journey, but this is all about making sure that you're keeping your eye on the ball and not falling into the trap of other people's thoughts and opinions. So you go your way. You clean it up, clean the path, let other people do their thing, and you follow what is right for you. Don't let other people be pushing you in a direction that maybe doesn't feel right for you. So this is for you. Clean it up. And it's not to be a chastising, like clean it up, okay? It's about making sure that you're releasing the stuff that doesn't serve you and that You're cleaning up the thought process. You're cleaning up the people who have influence around you. Where, what's around you? Whose voices are you listening to? This is about listening to your own voice, about listening to what's in your own heart, listening to the universe always, but listening to what's in our own heart. So I will leave you with that. Thank you for spending some time with me. I love being with you on Mondays. It is just one of my most favorite parts of the whole week. And I hope you have a by me, by them, by the universe, always has your back. Mwah. Have a great week.